And we are here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You're in the studio today with a very special guest. I know. Who is this man? Who is this man? This is our CEO at CIQ, Greg Kurtzer. Thanks for being here with us.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure. So if you guys are, wherever you're watching, make sure that you give a like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, as we are going to be talking about something a little bit new today, make sure you leave them in the comments below, and we'll get back to you very soon. So, Mr. Kurtzer, tell us, what is new at CIQ?
So one of the things that we've heard a lot of feedback from our customer base is they love Rocky Linux. Big surprise. Rocky Linux is filling a huge gap for a tremendous number of people out there. But it also, being an open source project with huge amount of support from the open source community and from various organizations, but it also doesn't come with guarantees. It doesn't come with the stuff that corporations, CIOs, CISOs, etc., really require for their compliance needs and other facets. So again, one of the things that we've been hearing is we love Rocky Linux, and we're having a hard time running it in order to achieve our compliance needs. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be standing behind Rocky Linux and making sure that everything that an organization needs from a compliance perspective and a legal perspective is there and it's taken care of.
Wow, that's really great. Okay, so the basic gist is, for the customers that I speak to, is that they don't necessarily need support. And most everyone, right, is running Rocky Linux, or at least anyone who was running CentOS before is probably running Rocky now. And if you're not, it's a good time to migrate, because as we know, CentOS is no longer. So if they're running that in their development environments, anything that's in production, they have to have some kind of backing. They have to have some company that is responsible. They can say, yes, we're not just running open source in production. Yep. And so that's where CIQ comes in, and Rocky Linux from CIQ gives people this confidence that there is a company that's behind it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, many of the largest, companies out there, say Fortune 1000 and up, but by no means is it limited to that. They have these compliance requirements and regulations that they can't just go and grab anything that they want off the internet as an open source project and go put this into the production stack. Now, of course, Rocky Linux is a very widely supported operating system with a lot of people behind it, but their compliance needs is still a factor, and they need to manage this appropriately. So what CIQ is doing is helping with that and giving them the opportunity to run what they know and love today, and give them that ability to have that compliance behind it.
Yeah, and another thing that I think, obviously it's kind of implied in everything that you're saying right now, but one of the biggest benefits of that is that you don't have to have something different, because even CentOS was a little different than RHEL oftentimes. And so with this, you could have Rocky Linux across the board in everywhere. There's no difference. You don't have to do anything different for it to be production ready. It is production ready, but you can run it everywhere and be supported.
Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, some of the areas where CentOS was different from RHEL and different from other commercial entities and solutions is the fact that, well, with CentOS, you didn't have to deal with the licensing. You didn't have to deal with entitlements. You didn't have to deal with services necessary to ensure compliance with the Linux vendor. And so in this case, again, you're just running Rocky Linux. And what we're providing is the legal contracts necessary to provide the guarantees, to provide SLO on security updates, indemnification, just to make sure that, again, if anything happens, you're covered. And we, CIQ, is standing behind that Rocky Linux community.
Yeah, that's awesome. So just to be clear, because I know we're probably going to get this question as well, there's not support in the create a ticket with CIQ kind of support in this offer, correct?
Yeah, so it is exactly what you're getting from the community today. There's virtually no difference. We do add, because we do, SLO on security updates. So just in case, for any reason, if a security update needs to be handled by CIQ, we will do it again to provide that level of guarantee. Yeah. But So we will provide an additional repository to that, but all the packages are still signed by Rocky. We are mirroring those repositories in such a way that you will have, as a customer, you will have tier 1 access to those repos, and we will be validating those repos and ensuring that everything is exactly what you expect. But again, for the most part, this is exactly what you're running today with Rocky. When we ask our customers, like, what problems can we help you solve? The problems that we're hearing are things like, we are running Rocky Linux, but we currently are having problems because we have to get exceptions for Rocky Linux to be able to run Rocky Linux in production. And every single year or at periodic intervals, these exceptions are getting questioned, etc. So they said, we really want to continue using Rocky Linux, but we want to make sure that we have the necessary compliance, the necessary validation and guarantees and insurance policy and throat to grab or throat to hold or choke, whatever that is, to ensure that they have what they need to manage their compliance.
So what if there is some kind of a compliance or a security standard that we haven't really looked into or don't really know, but they are requiring it? Could they ask CIQ then to go get that security?
Absolutely. Now, depending on what it is, we may charge you extra for it, but yeah, absolutely. And again, that's what we're here to do. So the service that we're providing is very low level barrier to entry, very easy for every organization. And just to speak bluntly, it's because it's very inexpensive. Because we're not doing much, to be clear. We're taking on the legal requirements and the compliance requirements, but we're not actually changing the operating system. We're not actually making or engineering this. Right. We're providing it. We're providing the guarantees, but there's not much more to it than that. So, from our perspective, it is a organization-wide license, very low cost of entry, and the goal here is really just we're not doing much. So let's keep the price low. Let's give organizations exactly what they need to be successful, and make it easy for them.
Yeah, and then continue on working on various security certifications.
Yeah,
because they're quite frankly, there are a lot of them.
Yeah,
right. So,
and it's funny being an engineer. Like, that's my background is engineering.
Yeah.
Like the idea of releasing a product that is not really a product is actually kind of funny to me. But at the same token, this is what people are asking for.
Yeah.
So, it's something we can easily provide.
Yeah.
And so why not do it? And to your point earlier, just to go back on this, it doesn't come with anything different than what you're currently doing today from an engineering perspective. It's exactly what you're doing today from an engineering perspective. But now it also comes with the guarantees that your legals and your CIO and your CISO and whatnot will appreciate.
Yeah. And then again, I just really the value of being able to have all of your machines on the same operating system. So all of the testing that you're doing works in production seamlessly.
Yep.
That's a big win for a lot of companies as well. And quite frankly, a lot of them already have a lot of their own very dedicated, brilliant engineers. They don't necessarily need engineering work on what's happening and to create custom, sorts of things. But they do need that support, the company backing it behind. So
yep,
cool.
Yep, and we will do support if somebody really wants.
Sure,
but it doesn't come with it. And again, The point of it is to keep the price super, super low. Yeah. To make that this is just something that you can just get very simply through procurement, and then the engineers and the engineering teams, the professional IT teams, have what they need to provide to the CISO that, hey, we got this.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah, easy breezy. Just how we like it. Okay, amazing. Is there anything else about Rocky Linux from CIQ that you want everyone to know and understand?
Just to reiterate, this is Rocky Linux. It's exactly what everybody has been using. It's exactly what people have been leveraging already. The only thing is when you get Rocky Linux from CIQ, it comes with indemnification. It comes with guarantees on security updates. It comes with everything, again, from a compliance perspective that you need in order to support the organization in a way that provides trust, provides the necessary I keep saying it, but compliance.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of hard to go to an open source community and get upset with anyone for not doing things fast enough. Right?
And I want to reiterate.
Hey, come to us.
And I want to reiterate, it's not that Rocky has never done it. Like, Rocky has been fantastic in terms of getting updates out there. This is about a corporation needs guarantees. They need a contract. They need to say if something doesn't happen, they can legally go after. So we're like volunteering, like we'll be that organization to stand behind Rocky Linux and give you what you need for success.
Yeah.
We're not going to charge a lot because we're not doing a lot, to be blunt, but we will give you that compliance. We will give you everything you need to be successful there. And your engineers will have everything they need to continue doing exactly what they have been doing.
Right. So you know exactly who to call. I mean, that is important.
Who are you going to call?
Don't make me say it. Ghostbusters. Okay, had to say it. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Greg, for being here on the webinar with us. Yeah, it's exciting to talk about Rocky Linux from CIQ. And so if you want more details about that, you can visit us at our website or just email info@ciq.com. Super easy. It goes right to us, and we'll be able to chat with you about exactly what it is on offer and how we can get your organization set up so you have the same infrastructure across all the machines that you want to, with an indemnification. What was the other word? Security and compliance.
Yeah.
These are great words.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you very much. Again, if you guys have questions, drop them in the comment box, and we will see you next.
Can I plug something first?
Of course. What?
Okay. There's more coming.
Oh. Okay, I feel like we need like a.
Yeah.
There's more, but wait. There's more.
If you act now, there's more.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, tell us. Are you going to do that's it?
That's it. There's more coming.
Okay,
there's much more coming, which will actually be more on the engineering side. So I'm super excited about that as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to be adding a ton more value to the engineers and organizations. And again, a lot of what we've been doing is driven by customers. Mm-hmm. So customers, the community is telling us what we need to do to solve their problems. And so we've been very actively working on the back end, making all this happen and driving a lot of this. So expect to see more soon. Yeah. And Halloween is always fun. So it might be sometime around Halloween, just saying.
Ooh, spooky, mysterious. I like it. Okay, well, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we're all over the place as well. I think we got SC coming up.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Yeah, right, exactly. I know. I think last week I forgot to mention it. So I was like, I have to remember to mention it. So we're going to be at booth 4131, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia. And that is the week before Thanksgiving, which SC always is, which kind of makes travel a little bit wild. But it's okay. We're going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. So we have a lot of things that we're going to be talking about at SC. Yep. Not only Ascender, our automation platform, but also Fuzzball.
Yep.
So it's going to be very exciting. So come see us there. Okay, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.